believe the first and most important thing about schools is make sure there's a trusting relationship with an adult on campus. If there's not one that you can think of, reach out to the school and ask them who your child is connecting with, who do they talk with or might have something in common with. And if not, then purposely say, I want you to build a relationship with my child, and ask them to do that. And I think that's important at all different ages, but especially the first year they're at a school, because then that relationship can continue. If you have an on-site adult that gets, supports, and appreciates your child, it's going to make an incredible difference in their confidence to self-advocate as well as their success at school. And then next, you want to make a proactive plan. You want to have it crystal clear so that everyone knows what to expect and how to support each other. For example, if a student becomes completely emotionally overwhelmed and they need to get out of the classroom and regulate their emotions, they might be feeling scared or stuck. So what can they do? They're not going to be able to access some of the skills they can when they're feeling calmer. So this is where you come in with the teachers and the school, you make this plan. Where do they go? How do they indicate that they're taking this break? What does the teacher do in response? And something I found over the years is that both the teacher and your child probably need to know what's going to happen with any of the work or information that's missed while they take that break. Because a lot of them are going to want to stay there, focus in, because they don't want to miss it. That adds too much stress. So if they know this is a plan, this is how it works, that's going to let them access those skills a little bit more. From this proactive plan, I'm going to move us right into some ideas for schools. So as I was saying, you want to have really a clear plan that you can implement, sorry about that, but also you want to have clear options. So a teacher could say, if you need a break, you can go to the quiet corner or you can go to the counseling office, right? Two or three, that's probably plenty. 2 is probably ideal. And have them be part of what do they need in those moments? Can they identify what it is? Because what we think is relaxing may not be for them. So having a way to verbalize that they need this is the goal. They may not be there yet. And the most brilliant thing I ever saw was a collaboration with teachers and parents and the students themselves was a simple Post-it note. They took the Post-it note, it was right by the door. And if they needed to get out and they couldn't say anything to the teacher, the Post-it note went from the side of the door to the door. And that meant I'm taking my break, I'm executing the plan, you will know where I'm going to be, and everybody's safe. You could use that simple, quick and simple way of advocating in different ways. There could be a Post-it note in a different location or near the desk that if it's moved means I need help. Now, oftentimes that's where it starts. It's going to change. That's not where they're going to stay. That just gives them the first step to know I can do this and I can trust my teacher to follow through. Because why would they self-advocate if they can't trust it? So that's a great starting point. The other thing is you want to make sure your team all understands what are the signs that your child is overwhelmed, stuck, or needs help. And then what are they going to do for that? And that's really a thing that we need to put on the teachers. How are you going to help them? And as I'm sitting here with Putty in front of me, make sure there are fidgets. They are a form of self-advocacy. They're self-care, and they're so important. So the next few things here, I'm going to try to talk through because I know we're getting late here in time, but relationship between your child and your school can really benefit from daily check-ins with teachers or that important adult that we talked about earlier. They want to take it away from just school stuff, get to know them as a person. When you have that, the student feels valued and they're much more comfortable doing things. Also, every time there's a check-in, they have to practice communicating. So it's a great learning experience as well. One thing to really stress to, I think, your child and the school is if there is something they like or don't like, they need to know that. If your child does not like to be touched on the shoulder to get their attention, or if they don't like to have eye contact made when they're upset, teachers need to know it so they don't make things harder.